for how things can so quickly change in the lives of one of our loved ones. What I mean by that is that there is a series of changes, often years of changes that goes on in our loved one's life that if we look at individually, we never see the big issues coming, or we might miss it when we find ourselves in the middle of a crisis. And so those of us that live in Arizona understand, and we just kind of came through it here in Phoenix the last several weeks, is that we have this late summer monsoon season, we call it. And usually it's real hot for several days, and then starting somewhere early in the morning or late in the right around lunchtime, you'll start to see off in the distance one cloud or two clouds or three clouds started to individually show up over the Superstition Mountains. But by 3 or 4 in the afternoon, those clouds have swollen and they've started to merge. And then by 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, how many of us have been stuck in what they call haboob, where you're driving home and the wind's blowing like crazy and the dust is everywhere and thunder and lightning and torrential rain? People that describe the situation with their loved ones when they find themselves in crisis often describe what I kind of use in my mind, and I always think in pictures of this issue of haboob. There are these little things going on like these clouds that end up merging and creating a significant traumatic event in somebody's life. And so I just want to talk a little bit about what those individual clouds would be when you start to see those in the lives of your seniors. And first of all, the number one issue that happens regularly that gets diminished is the issue of falling. Falling is not natural, and so you see so many seniors begin to lose their strength and balance, and falling becomes an issue. And it's an issue of embarrassment and often shame with seniors. But as a loved one, as an oldest son of a mom who's had some falling issues, we take that, and we must take that very seriously. Falls is the number one cause of death in seniors in the state of Arizona. Second thing we need to talk about is the difficulty in managing medications. It's not something to be taken lightly when a senior mishandles or mistakes their medication. Those medications and combinations can work great. In the wrong combinations or the wrong doses or missing doses and catching up later can be devastating. So we have to always be very aware of how seniors take their medications. Alzheimer's and dementias, they are a significant growing problem in the state of Arizona. And so anytime there's impaired memory and lack of processing and difficulty with memory, that's a significant issue. It also, the early stages of dementia involve things like loss of initiative, loss of judgment, loss of safety awareness. Those are things that are all part of the same package. Big warning signs go up with that. Impaired decision making often becomes a part of the equation, and you see seniors that are vulnerable to be taken advantage of financially because their decision making is impaired. They have a tendency to not let their other loved ones into those decisions, and you'll see seniors making poor financial decisions when they do things independently. Those are just a couple of things. There's a lot more to cover and talk about, but if you think haboob and you think seniors, think Scott, it's all part of the same story for me. Anyways, great to have you with me this morning. Take care. Have a great afternoon. Bye for now.